Hey guys, what's up YouTube? All my Twitch people, everything. It's your boy Groovy here. I decided, since I get about an hour break from my job every day, I'm going to try to do some straight off the dome, super analyzed first-person POV StarCraft games, because I've been on that World of Warcraft grind as of late, but I still want to put out StarCraft content as well. And usually, if I were to make a video like this, I would spend probably about an hour warming up in terms of like playing games, getting a rhythm for what I want to do, especially if I've taken about a week off. But I decided that a lot of the time, that rust and things like that, especially like when you're going into games, really does affect your decision making. So the whole goal of this YouTube series is going to be for me to explain as in depth as I possibly can every decision I'm making, and it should be a little bit easier because I don't have chat to look at, etc., etc. I'm not really focused on making it entertaining, more as informative. So we're going to be starting with Protoss for this one. Get a guy named ImTwelve. Okay, if we're explaining thought processes, anyone in this clan seems to legitimately act like they're 12 years old. In my experience with them and the names they choose and everything like that. Alright. It's going to be a PVT on 2,000 atmospheres. Going to be, so, important things to note, there are 2 Reaper walls on this map. There's one right here and there's one here. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the early wall off on the first one, because I am notoriously bad at walling with Protoss. Even though I used to be a Terran main, I am really, really, really bad at it for some reason. Alright, we're going to be scouting this Terran. Our probe, going to be chronoing right when we hear the pylon about to finish. Put our gateway down. I'm going to put him as close to the edge as I can. Probably could have got it one more square over, but don't want to waste a second of production time just for that little nuance. Usually you send the rallying probe to make the gas geyser, but you see that little rust factor coming into play. We don't see a barracks in the main. It's okay. We're going to go ahead and go scout around for this racks. Double gas. The gases are coming down late, though, which makes me think it's at least 2 barracks. I'm going to go ahead and take a second gas as well. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 on gas, chrono my probe. I probably should have saved the chrono or a unit, but we are instead going to go ahead and make a zealot. And we're going to put our second pylon on top of the ramp. Make sure we're constantly producing probes. Alright, so we know the barracks just finished. I'll put this probe over here to proxy something. Go ahead and saturate 2 out of 3 on these gases. And start the second gateway as well. This probe is going to make a robo at some point. That's my current plan. I have 46 energy. Start the stalker. Chrono that out. Pull a couple probes. See if we can save these probes if we can. And just like that, we didn't lose any probes, which is great. So the eBay block, this makes me think that it's going to be a Hellion follow-up. I don't know if he saw the second gateway or not, but I have to assume he must have.
Inadequate supply. Pylons inefficient. Cannot warp nexus point under enemy attack. I serve. We are the. I am the voice.
I'm going to go ahead and put another pylon down here. Put the zealot back on top of this Reaper ramp. Now I would love to fake a Nexus, but I don't think we have the time and or the money for that. Pylon should finish. I think the play here is going to be to warp in 1 sentry on top of the ramp. Start the prism. Put the sentry there just in case we see some Hellions. So we're going to try to pay extra special attention to our minimap.
Not enough energy. Additional pylon under assault. Inadequate supply.
Alright, so it does not look like we're going to be able to get the tank. This is most definitely not going to work. This is a problem, considering that the tank lived. Don't necessarily think it's over yet. We're going to try to go with one more Immortal. Because he's likely going to keep his Nexus in the main if he's smart. I would trade in with these Adepts, but I feel like that's also going to give away the fact that I'm going again with this all-in. Alright, so he is on the low ground. I need to think about taking an Nexus, even though I doubt it's ever going to come to fruition. And I might try to do a lift into the main. I wonder what all he's going to be making. Okay. So if he just gets a Cloak Banshee, it's going to be an issue. Alright, and we won. Going into the main was probably our only real option to win. He didn't really have time to build a Banshee and or get Cloak out, and if he did, he already knew he had the Robo to go ahead and get that Observer out. Either way, decently clean win. The beginning fights were not very good. I thought actually for a second I was going to lose, but I also figured I got the clone as well as he was doing everything to defend. Like, he allocated so many early game resources towards that aggression with the proxy racks and the eBay that the fact that he didn't assume that I was going to immediately all in him tells me that he does not have a good read off of how his build fares versus one base all-ins. He just assumes that most Protoss players are just going to bite the bullet and make the Nexus anyways. And honestly, with how little damage I took from the Reapers, I probably could have done that, but since I made a second gas, I decided to go for the all-in anyways, and I had the second probe out on the map. Either way, that was a somewhat clean game, and a good game. First game back, actually. I got very nervous. I usually don't get nervous when I play games, but it's first game back in like a week. I guess getting those jitters out. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to get... this is going to be a work in progress in terms of the efficiency in my commentary. The more I do it, the better I'll get at it, and that is the goal. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.